Why don't you see skeletons going on a lot of dates? Well, it's because they've got no body to go with. But don't worry, it's no skin off their back. What's going on, YouTube? Today, we actually have a few updates. We have the Golden Pursuit started, we have the compensation for the server issues and the extended maintenance, and we also have a special BG period as well. So we're just going to break down some cheats, how to get your Golden Pursuits easier, understanding how compensation works for all players, and just kind of break through all the stuff that we have here for us. And thank you for stopping by on this beautiful Thursday, literally one day away from Friday. So let's jump into it. And regarding the additional 8 hours of downtime yesterday, this is what we have in addition to that as far as an update regarding compensation. So just to clarify, there were some server issues today. It actually seems like there was some server outages with different ISPs like AT&T today. So this is just in relation to the server maintenance. I don't know what's going on right now. I got home and the server's up. Sharp as Nights is ready, even though we've already got all the fishing done. Sharp as Nights. Don't need you anymore, buddy. But great companion regardless. So regarding the not being able to get the daily login rewards, especially if you're an EU player, the crown riding capacity lessons are going to be added in to the additional bonuses in March. That's going to be on day 8. My guess is they were already having riding capacity lessons that day, and they're just going to add 3 additional ones to them. And then on March 3rd and 4th, all daily Endeavor activities will be doubled. So everybody will be able to get double the Seals of Endeavors for the 3rd and 4th of March. So that's how it's going to work for that. I don't know if they're going to do anything regarding the power outages or DDoSing or ISP outages, Russian hacking, Chinese hacking, who knows, tinfoil hat conspiracies. Don't know anything about that, but let's move on and talk about what else is in store for us. Next up, I want to talk about the 2-team Crazy King weekend. Now, a lot of you guys are like, oh, Jake, I don't want to go into Battlegrounds. Jake, you can't convince me. And that's okay. I want to try. And I know that, you're right now just in inner machinations of my mind. You're not real. I don't film in front of a live studio audience, just the cat that sits right here in her little cat bed as we record these videos. And the reason that I wanted to break this down is that oftentimes the best way to get transmutes right now is to get a whole bunch of your, rewards of the worthy, and then you just open them up throughout the week. You get these 25 geodes every time you pull one out on a new day. So if you get, let's say, 5 rewards of the worthy just by doing some BGs, you don't even have to win or lose. You just get alliance points, and then you just pull them out of your mail throughout the week. What does that mean? It just means you go into your mail and you pull them out. Now, unfortunately, my mail is filled with expired items, but you pull them out like I'm pulling out this expired item. Imagine this is the rewards of the worthy. Boom. Because I've not opened a rewards of the worthy today, 25 transmute crystals. And isn't that just fantabulous? It is, because transmute crystals normally have to be farmed doing PvE content. So if you're a PvPer, or you just really dislike doing random daily dungeons, or you don't want to get to, tier 1 rewards in Cyrodiil, this is the best way to get transmute crystals very quickly. I'm literally capped. All of that to say, for the next 4 days, 15 hours, and 30 minutes. Now, I can't predict when you're going to watch this, so the timing will be different. You should go do some Battlegrounds, because you're gonna get a bonus to AP when you do so. And it's a flag game, so it's usually a little less, chaotic if you're somebody that's just like, I want to play the objective. You can just play the objective. That'll be good. And here we have the Golden Pursuits, which give you different access to some different pieces that you can preview on yourself. You can see how each one of these pieces will look on you. Some I think are actually pretty cool. Some I think are a little bit unique for somebody that doesn't play a fruit basket as a main character. But overall, just let's break down what are some of the easy ones to do on here. You have 15 options. What are the best ones for you to do? And you have 12 days, 15 hours, probably less, because I'm not going to instantly edit and record this video fully. So taking that into consideration, doing up to 15 quests is probably going to be done relatively quickly. You got dailies, you got all sorts of stuff to do. Maybe you're doing some main story quest grinds for some skill points. Maybe you're just going around doing all sorts of fun little side quests. If you're a Cyrodiil person, you're doing your Cyrodiil quest. If you're a BGer, you're doing your BG daily quest. Getting all those out of the way. Next ones are going to be relatively straightforward too, claiming login calendars, but then it gets a little weird, So you're like, okay, complete 10 endeavors while grouped. How do I find friends? And the best advice I have seen for this is what you do if you're like, Jake, I can't get grouped. How can I get Zoss to give me friends? How do I do that? Do I go to Riften? One, don't go to Riften. You'll never survive. You want to go to the Alakir Desert. And then it's very straightforward what you need to do. Because everybody in the Alakir Desert is looking for the Dolmen group. So you just join the Dolmen group. Just type LFDG and then you're hunky dory. You're on your way to be able to do any of these Seals of Endeavors that you'll be able to just grind out throughout the day. And it's so easy. Recharge your weapon enchantment, use a memento, improve items. Now, you could complete a tribute match or damage structures. Those are definitely going to be your hard ones, but you can only do a max of 3 per day. And then you can also do your weekly, which also some of these are a little easier than others, depending on what type of content you do. So, all of that to say, that's definitely the way you can cheat the Golden Pursuits to get this one done. I also am confused why they want you to feed 50 times as a vampire, but then also kill 100 vampires. A little bit cattywampus of them. What are they saying? You should or you shouldn't be a vampire? Funny enough, you could go to Cyrodiil or BGs to complete the kill 100 vampires, but I think your best bet is just going to be to go to some notable places like Cold Harbor, Riven Spire, places that are just overrun with vampires. And then if you want to feed as a vampire, just go pretty much anywhere. One of the best places that you can go that has no guards and is also a pretty decent farm is you can go here inside of Evermore. The NPCs in there are filled with really valuable loot, and there's no guards in there. So you could just kill them, you get caught, who are they going to call? Nobody. Then you got some other easy ones. Visit 10 players' homes. Obviously, just use the house finder. Dig up treasure chests from, maps. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Revive 8 fallen players. Just play with me when I think I can, fall off a cliff and survive. 75 items from the environment. That's going to be a little bit tedious. That's probably one of the ones that you want to skip. I mean, granted, you could find places to go to do stuff like that. Off the top of my head, I mean, going inside like the major base game capitals like Wayrest, going inside those major cities there and picking off things off the stores, maybe. 30 locks, that could be easy. Just go do treasure chest routes, but that also could be one of the more annoying ones. But it also finished with 2 long ones where you have to do Infinite Archive cycle bosses with either a companion or a player. That also could be a bit of a long-in. So, of the ones to skip, there's going to be some of you that are going to skip the last 2. But with there being 15 of these, you can skip the stealing the 75 items as well as the final 2 and still be able to do ones relatively easy. The longest one's probably going to be the 30 locks because you're going to have to go running around. But you also have basically 12 and a half days to do so. All these other ones aren't going to be relatively difficult. Just find some specific spots to go to. And if you do like doing the Infinite Archive, well, those will be even easier for you. But it's just kind of cool to get some, decent rewards. I do think that when I first saw these rewards, I was like, not for me. But when you put on some of the individual pieces, it's like, okay, like as hands, those could be decent hands, individually, that's all right. I mean, I'm not a fan of the open toe model. I'm not really adapting to the Grillmaster 9000 open toe shoe model yet for my character. But maybe once he's evolved, we'll let him wear some shoes like that. And so everyone, thank you guys so much again for watching. I hope this was helpful. I always try to do like event guides that are not even really tied to an event. It's just like, here's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Because there's just, a lot of people are like, they're not compensating us. It's like, well, they are. It just, but it's just buried in a forum page post that's, made a long time ago, yesterday at 8 p.m. A lot of people didn't get a chance to see that because they don't go to the forums because reading is for nerds. Nah. And, a lot of people are like, Jake, why should I participate in BG's weekend? It's like, well, you could get a bunch of transmute crystals. People don't associate PvP with transmute crystals, so it's good to have that in the noggin. And then it's like, okay, Jake, how do I cheese these fruit basket rewards here from this Golden Pursuit? And that's what we, broke down as well, too. And if you have additional questions, put them in the comments below, and I will make sure to answer them. If you're like, Jake, give me a specific location for these vampires or stolen items, let me know. I'd love to give you some specifics, and I'll catch you there. Thank you guys so much again for watching. We're doing our quick 3 giveaway drawings. All you need to do to enter is Leave a comments below / like the video. That'll be highlighted as a random community highlight member by doing those two things throughout the month. Second thing is just make sure you're subscribed / follow on Twitch and Twitter. And the third thing is look for a hidden word be flashed upon the screen. If you're the first person to find and comment that word, you will win. Thank you guys one last time, just again, because it's a great Thursday. And I'll catch you later. Bye, guys. And it's not just great because Liverpool won. It's just great because it's, tomorrow's Friday.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.